Alright, welcome back to Liza P. We're moving on through the cathedral. So a nice atmosphere too with, you know, obviously being a holy place. You got the organ in the background, everything, you know, the very creepy atmosphere. Extremely like Dark Souls 3, right, with that cathedral in the game. I think that was one of my more favorite locations as well. So yeah, they drew a lot of inspiration from obviously former Souls titles. Which isn't a bad thing, because this game is still on its own like a very good standalone Souls type. Because who would have ever thought that the world of Pinocchio would have been transformed into this kind of a thing? Definitely not me, but here we are. We're living it. And yeah, right there you could already see, if you could make out what was going on there. We had a bishop-looking dude kind of connected to a tentacle that was eating some bodies, so... The original score is unrecognizable because there's sticky blue fluid all over it. Ew. Angel, why did you abandon us? The cathedral scares me. I want to go home. Every night there's a monster crying in the basement. Even if I sing hymns, I can hear it in my ears. It'd be better if the Archbishop was with us, but he's busy praying. Angel, please hear our prayers. Help us go home, please. So my first run, I jumped down there to see if I could survive. Don't do it, you'll just die. Alright, to showcase Decay. Decay is like the worst version, pretty much your Scarlet Rot, your Toxin, all that kind of stuff. It is just going to melt your HP like there's no tomorrow. Clearly you don't want to be in that shit, so just kind of leave it alone. You can see the zombie dudes already get pissed off at us. Yeah, hurry up. And we did get Crescent Moonstones, finally, so if you want to go upgrade your weapon to a +4, if you're really liking the blade that you're using, now's the time to do it. Just go back to the Stargazer or go back to the hotel. I'm going to hold out for a little bit until this blade kind of gets me, to see if there's another weapon that I could use. Don't really remember all of them. So you got your puzzles, right? That right there showing you like, yeah, you go down there, you're gonna fall and die. Let's see, how do we progress through here? I think you do have to run through this crap. Cat dust, I forget what this does. I'm gonna guess it has to do with fall damage. Oh, okay. Reduces your presence, so it's your blue elixir and stuff like that. Makes it harder for the enemies to detect your location. Which in this game, negligible. Funny thing with these guys, you can just kind of just plop them to the ground. There you go. Oops. Nice little horror house type looking thing there. Everyone's favorite part of a Souls game is the gravity levels, right? Make one mistake, fall off, potentially die, all that good shit. Yep. They got it in this game too. Kind of look down. Just watch your steps. A little bit of a challenge jump, so this, and then click. There you go. They don't really teach you how to jump in this game, I don't think, so it's hold down the circle or B button, depending on what you're playing, and then click the left stick. So back to like Dark Souls 2 in 3 days, almost. Which I prefer, because I do not like the double circle tap method. That guy. That guy. So this is a sprint. Let's go, go, go. I'll watch that. I almost got hit by it. Block that. I think this is a secret drop right here, so you'll have to retraverse it again. Yeah, these guys like to really play stupid ass games with you. Come on. Drop. Drop. I think I took the drops too early here. Of course. Giant damage. Yeah, that room right there, this sucks. Because your weapon can bounce, so you have to be careful. If you can range them, then range them, but it's not going to be easy. right, this place. I think you're safe in the corner. Okay. Oh my, oh my. Oh my god. Alright, so obviously a location we need to remember. For Trinity Key's sake. Archbishop is dead. Those who are still alive must flee from the dead. Oh, there we go. While dashing, jump. They finally teach you how to jump. Even though we've had plenty of jump sections already. I always feel worse for the tutorial guys. Whoever's in charge of the tutorials, they never get it right. Okay, we see the break. That's where we need to go. Where's it go? Obviously that jump was super jank, so not the best. Really depends on if you want to fight these things or not. I mean, the ambushes aren't too hard to deal with. They're just whatever, you know. Push that, clears that. So now we're good to go. I want to say you can ride that all the way around. Because this is the continuation. I think this flips this around. Yep, there you go. And then drop, drop. That was beautiful. Alright, Legion Fund needs to create Legion Arms, which can be done at the Venini Workshop. Okay. Alright, crafted cryptid vessels. These you have to give to Venini, and it'll kind of uncover stuff. I think it's progression towards Eugenie's quest line as well, which we haven't really talked a lot about quest lines yet because not a lot of them have really opened, but that's the first one. Like the first piece of the puzzle that really begins that entire thing. But yeah, like every other, like all the Souls games, right? Every NPC has like a story, you know, and you have to go through the world, find stuff, kind of figure out where it goes. The only way to really know what to do with it is when you read the descriptions and you're like, oh, okay. Just like they've always been. Obviously, you want to be careful here, because I think at some point it will just kind of flip on itself, and you don't want to be caught in that crap. Yep. Learned that the hard way when I've come up here. I was like, oh, it's going to carry me all the way up. Nope. Fell right back down. Bitch-ass enemy that exists inside there. I remember that. We are definitely not going to do this right now because there's still more to explore in the clockwork area. There's our ambush. Like I said, I think it's more easier to deal with them as they come up rather than just smacking them down because it doesn't really outright kill them. Now, if I could throw my gear and, you know, they fall and die, then it's a completely different story, but unfortunately they don't let it go that far with it. So, hidden stone there. Drop. We will ride this all the way through the other side. I think there's a hidden weapon. This is big time Blighttown vibes, right? Just ride the giant cogwheel of death. Fall off, and there we go, yeah. Right, this weapon. So obviously a technique one. I think the blade though is really good. Yeah, it has a spear moveset, obviously being technique, but that's because of the handle. I really like the R2 on this one. You get 2 slash, and you get a long poke. Could be worth experimenting with our blade, because I think the blade's, obviously the saber blade is a lot longer. So we'll just do damage testing and everything. The only thing that kills me though is that it's not a balance weapon, it is towards the technique side of things, so it's not going to be proper for my build, but if we put a balance crank on it, it'll be interesting to see what the damage will do. Though a weapon that's not featured in many people's popular builds, so clearly not a fan favorite. And I don't think I found it in the first run, so something that I would have definitely used, but did not have the opportunity to do so. And there's nothing to be gained from climbing up here because you're going to get smacked by the ball. So we're not missing anything up there. Easiest thing to do probably would have been just to go back down the wheel and just kind of take the damage, fall damage, whatever, ride it back up, but nah. Just don't do the unlazy routes because we're already 3 pulses deep. So we'll see this guy a couple of times in the game, and they just get like progressively harder and harder each time. The biggest thing though is to block. Son of a bitch. But well worth the effort to kill because of quartz, of course, right? Been talking about quartz the entire game. Those things are going to be what open up hero characters' abilities. So anytime you get an opportunity to get those, you just want to take it. I ran away from him the first time because I was like, yo, this dude is just too much of a punk. But generally, it's time to get good with them right now because you will see a lot of those really in the end game too, if I remember. The Krat supply box can expand Poldinia's shop. Yep. So those are your dust, your bones, your ashes, whatever. So make a return to Poldinia, give him that, and then he'll open up more stuff for you to buy. Obviously, these are really worth finding. Especially in your first run, because you can take those over to New Game Plus. Honestly, 2 pulse charges remaining after that entire clockwork area is really good. A lot of difficult encounters up there. And a lot of tight spaces, so... keep on increasing the HP. More survivability is always welcome here. Or might... this lady that's in this room is a humanity check. I don't believe there is a lying opportunity here. She's just one of those NPCs that you'll have to remember her location whenever you get the item she's asking for.
I'm surprised to see who's, well, alive. Oh, where are my manners? I'm Cecile, and I serve the Archbishop. I'm the only one left. Everyone's dead. From the petrification disease or from the monsters. I didn't die. But my heart breaks more each day. Can you do me a kindness? Bring me the holy mark from the Archbishop's quarters. The Archbishop was a true saint. He was my savior. If I write his words into my heart, maybe it'll give me the strength to carry on. I can't die. But perhaps this can help me live again. Please, bring me the holy mark as quickly as you can. I can't die. I can't die.
Okay. So, holy mark, that's what we're looking for. Obviously, you ignore her, don't do it at all, then you won't get the quest item, and you won't get points towards your humanity because why would a puppet want anything to do with the human's feelings, right? It's the whole theme of the game. Probably a good opportunity now to go back to the hotel though, and turn in those 2 items just to kind of see what you might have gotten. Start with Boldinia.
Welcome to Hotel Prague. This is a supply box, officially approved by the city of Prague. I shall open it and add it to the hotel shop. Many thanks, good sir.
Sure, you got pull here in 3 minutes. They're gonna come running down here in a bit.
Welcome to Hotel.
Alright, so a quartz is available, which obviously, bright red apple. I don't remember what this is for. Obviously something we're gonna have to buy anyway. And I think the moonstones are now eligible to buy for good. Yeah, these are. So you can pretty much +3 all your weapons right now to just kind of get a blade that fits your needs. If they don't have a number attached like this one over here, then they have like a certain stock. But these ones we don't need just yet because we don't even have a special weapon other than the low long weapon, but I'm not going to use it. So we need basically 3,000 more, which we're going to go ahead and go and do that now. Oh, what do you know? Perfect amount. Buy the apple and buy the quartz. I think the apple is used for something way down the line. I forget where you got to go with it. Particularly precious in crap these days. Anyway, earns us progression towards another slot for phase 2, which is exactly why we came back here.
That is how you are unique. You can go beyond a puppet's limits. I don't even know if Geppetto is aware of this. Learn from how humans behave, how they feel. Even lie if you must. Those lies may change you, may rewrite reality. Lies are a weapon used by humans who thrive in a world of deception. I'll use my power to...
Pretty much another one of those dope banger lines that drop in these games, right?
People have no thanks for keeping.
At the house of Vanini, even...
Isn't this what I mean? The trials and travails of true genius, forever copied, never credited. But I admit, even some of these knockoffs could still hold secrets. You're welcome to take a crack at, well, cracking it. Who knows? It could lead you to something truly valuable, or at least more practical. May I be of assistance? I can decipher this in moments, if you'd allow me. I admit I'm a bit rusty, but it's all starting to come back to me. Genius never sleeps and never truly abandons the truly brilliant. What? No, of course I didn't read the contents. Who has time to read anymore? But I could help you read it if you want to.
Strike the... Okay, orders. Strike the puppet hanging from the Alchemist Bridge on Elysian Boulevard. Dear Aldenia, I have prepared a shelter for you. It's an apartment on Elysian Boulevard. You can stay here until everything settles down. I've arranged someone to take you there. Once you get to the Alchemist Bridge on Elysian Boulevard, you're safe. The address and the key are hidden in a puppet hung from the Alchemist Bridge. Ask your escort man to strike the puppet. The shelter was supposed to be our first home, but I guess next time. To make up for what happened, I'm escorting the Alchemist for a bit. We're going to St. Frangelico Cathedral and all the way to Grand Exhibition. Maybe the mission is to bring petrification cures to the refugees. Alright, so these are puzzles. First part of the puzzle is to strike the hanging puppet. This is exactly what I thought. In an earlier video, I was like, I wonder if we were supposed to do something with it. It was. I remember doing this kind of stuff now. And I think in here the reward looks like a star, so maybe a quartz. Appendix, a message to Aldenia. Okay, so we have to also find the shelter. So once we strike the puppet, it's going to give us a key, and then we have to go to an apartment area in Elysian Boulevard in order to get the rest of the treasure. And I think I remember how to do that. So we are going to break real quick for the side quest. We also got new stuff too, so we're going to pop the handle. And I do want to test this out. Let's see how this looks. So that is a major decrease in power. Of you. It's just the attack goes up faster, so you do gain a lot of DPS with this. But because because technique is at a B and motivity is at a D, it's only going to scale from the technique side of things, which is not what I want. So, unfortunately, that will not happen.
I know my way around.
But with a longer blade, that thing can actually do some momentous damage there. What? Oh, ergo. What? We alter the handle though. What does it become? It just seems better to just put it as a motivity weapon. My gosh, I don't really understand what a balance crank is supposed to do, to be honest, anymore. Let's see, we got the pipe wrench handle. I don't think this is a good mix. Yeah, that's so cool though. Yeah. We'll get huge damage, yeah, as I figured. But motivity at a B, it's kind of the flip-flop version now, right?
I know my way around.
So we're still trying to find it, still trying to understand it, but it is what it is. Then I can +4 my weapon if I want to, but like I said, I'm just trying to find a good blade. And if I don't find a good blade before the boss fight, then obviously I'll upgrade so I can do as max damage as I can. Knowing that I can just, you know, off-screen grind around if I need to get more quartz stones or stones. Speaking of quartz stones, we're going to go ahead and go up there. Do this. I wish there was a little bit faster a way to get to Geppetto. I don't know why we have to like do this long run back and forth each time, but okay.
The city asked me.
The city of Geppetto. Okay. Definitely slot time. So... let's see, lower Legion consumption. Reduces stamina to dash. Lowers weapons durability. Increase consumable. Increases the effect during duration of a special grindstone. This one might be generally worth it. Let's just check real quick on these ones. So I think I'm going to want to enhance my Fable Art attack. And then I want to... increase the special grindstone effect duration. Yes and no, maybe lower guard regain reduction. This is also a good one too because you just more survivability, right? I'm just gonna do this one. There we go. Committed. All right, now we have access to the third level of stuff here. Yeah, so I mean, you get increases pulse cells 3, increases the maximum number of pulse cells uses. So like you get a free one just like that. Obviously, that's just something to go for right out the gate. Already one that you know you're going to want for sure. Increases ergo upon eliminating an enemy. That also can be really nice too. Reduces item prices. You know, very situational, but it's really not hard to pick up ergo as it is. So, yeah. Enhanced pulse cell recovery, so bigger regains when you use on. Add your belt slot for more inventory if you're a big item user, obviously yours. Shorten fruit bearing time. We haven't even seen the tree yet, so that's a nice spoiler. Increase the cube uses by 1. Yes. This is actually very, very intriguing. I did not use this last time because I didn't use cubes at all. I was just not a fan of them, but yeah. I think I went with like belt or something. I was just kind of like, eh. So I think I might do more, obviously enhance cell recovery and then increase cube uses is probably the two I'd go for here. And you can always backtrack these as well. Like if you want to, you can go ahead and grab these as you go along. But as you move on to a new phase each time, you kind of want to get the new phase stuff just so you can continuously build until phase 5 and then start working yourself backwards. Unless your build is the way it is. Do what you gotta do. I haven't seen the cat. The cat generally is a nice little way to kind of tell where your humanity stands. Like in the beginning, it'll start hissing at you and being like, don't even touch me. Yeah, so our humanity is not in good standing right now. Cat's like, nope, don't do it. Okay. Run, 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 run. Address Elysian Boulevard 221B. Love Aldenia. Adelina, Jesus. The key is enclosed. Okay. So a picture is showing us a general location of where this thing might be. And if we remember, it's kind of where that ambush pipe cleaner dude was with the ambush pistol guy. So we have to just go back to that area. And yeah. I remember just kind of popping around each Stargazer. I don't really know the locations like that off the top of my head. I should, right? After playing it a couple times now, but nah. The names and locations of these aren't really that engraved in my brain as much as they are in Dark Souls and Bloodborne and stuff like that, because I played those games like an infinite times number more than I did these ones. I think it's, yeah, we can try this one. Let's just try it. Since we're here, I am gonna pop. There we go.
For your information.
Okay, now we got the electric stick right here, so for your advanced builds, whatever, right? You can just kind of detach that if you need to, use the handle of it. Just a blunt weapon, though, so very slow moving, right? Just kind of do what you want with it. To nitrous, basically. Here's our ambush guy. 221B. No need to fight them. A quartz and Owl Doctor's hunting apparel. Okay. Snazzy. Okay, riddle solved. There you go. Got an extra quartz, so we can at least put one ability on right now. Kind of make, headway into it. You don't have to, wait for 3 of them or 2 of them or whatever. You can just continuously pop them through. Talk to Vinini real quick to see if he gives us any dialogue about figuring that out.
I always welcome.
Nope. Okay. All right, now is the time for you to kind of if you want any other type of Legion arm, and you know that you're gonna stick with it, then this is your first opportunity to kind of get that going for yourself. A Legion arm that can block enemy attacks with your left arm. When it receives blow, the embedded device explodes and deals extra damage. So, obviously very good balance weapon here, right? You got a BB. I think Aegis is definitely what we're going to end up going for. I remember Falcon Eyes was so critical, though, for my technique, dude. It's still a very viable option. And if I need to, I can always go back to it. But yeah, this thing, it just helps. It helps so much. But for me, the Aegis Shield is going to be the best in terms of the quality type of build that we're running here. Okay. Can make weapon attacks while guarding. Yeah, there's just so much potential for this one and like the other ones from the beginning. So very cool. So just kind of go out here real quick and test out the new arm. Gets this guy. Yeah, then you see that little sundial thing up there, just kind of lets you know how much time you have to repair it. Getting really nice upgrades now. I don't think I've ever used the shield before though, so we're gonna have to get used to it for sure.
I'll use my power to...
Okay. A nice set of upgrades all around, I think. So we got ourselves a quartz that we got a new Legion arm that can possibly help us out. Okay. Then we want to make progress towards our next one. Oh yes, definitely going to be something we do there. Survivability though, we're just going to increase the cells. It's always nice to have. So now we have 7 as opposed to 6, so really the survivability is really high at this point, and that's probably why I'm not dying a lot. Okay, back to the library. So very huge return section there, very nice. Then with that, we're going to cut here and then rejoin and continue through this cathedral area and eventually get to the boss of the stage. But thanks for watching.